Hey YouTube, this is Pamela and this is Craft and Commentary. How's everybody doing? Wonderful that you can join me today. I have a very unusual junk journal today before you. It's not like anything I think you've ever seen. It's a very glorified to-do list, and my life is nothing but little tasks and little pieces of paper. And sometimes when you sit down and you think about how your life goes hour by hour, and you know, I've spent my whole life in a way trying to figure out what's best. Now, I have been using Google Calendar for years, and Google Calendar has been my salvation. And it's all online and everything. And I don't know, there's something that it lacks. It lacks immediacy, and I think I've been alluding to this in some of my other videos, that, you know, you've got to have something solid, something physical, non-digital. I'm twisting this around so you can kind of get an idea what's going on here. You see the little ribbons coming out, oddly enough, like here and here on this side and here, and we're going to see about that. Okay, so what I'm telling you is that my life is all about little tasks. Well, not always little tasks, but I broke down my day, and I think that's can possibly be useful for other people. I really seriously think this was a stroke of smarts on my part, that tasks are in various categories. And what we strive for is balance. What we strive for is also not to waste time. However, when we are tired, there is one set of things that we're thinking about, and our day changes throughout the day. And when are we most productive? And when we are most productive, what we should have is the appropriate task. The idea or the suggestion of an appropriate task. So my husband and I, we run a beer shop. We sell bottled beer. We have 900 selections. So it's really a lot of little things. Things are always going wrong. So, for example, well, let's talk about the design first. You can see here, it's cinch bindery from We Are Memory Keepers. This is a jelly plate print. This is just an acrylic painting that I cut to a heart-shaped, and I glued it down very, very firmly. Just typical brad, and I covered up the brad on the side where the closure, the attachment was, so you don't see that. Now in here I have just a typical wallet, sleeves for business cards, and what I have here is just, these is all contacts. I literally need to contact all of these people for one reason or another. I'm a very busy lady. And let me just show you then. The main event is these guys. And this is where it gets decorative. You see the beautiful, these are really quite nice metallic ribbons. Now let me give you a better look at this. You see, this is, I went to a restaurant supply shop, and you see this? This might look familiar to a lot of people. Restaurant supplies sell these kind of sleeves. They're very durable. I mean, very durable material. This and this is what I need, because I need an envelope that will last a long time. So what I did was, actually I took much larger ones than this, and I cut them down, and then I cut them to a specific size. This one actually I made a mistake on, so that's why I'm able to show it to you. I used my cinch bindery on 3 sides, and I used a hole punch here, and I just sewed in, or just weaved in the ribbon in each case. Okay, let's see what I did with it. Okay, so I have literally 9 little pockets here, and I need 9 pockets, I realize. So here's my categories. Today, SC is the name, City Swiggers is the name of our store, so all the little tasks I have involved with that. And each of these are tasks that I have to do regarding City Swiggers. And this is another personal category, and I have pages for that. I have ongoing tasks. Don't we all have ongoing tasks? Any time of the day, you can pick out an ongoing task, things that have to be done all the time. So they're there. So the trick is to always not sit there and say, I know I have a lot of things to do, but what am I to do? That's where your to-do list comes in, but sometimes it doesn't work so well. This is going to work perfectly. The minute that there is something that I need to make a note of, I'm going to make a note. Oh, and these are my tasks. I need to do a change of address, for example. I have to migrate some data. I have to get my refrigerator fixed. I have to do various little tasks. These are not, on the level of projects. These are home tasks. I have to buy a new toilet seat. So things like that. Wallpaper repair, that's at home. Personal papers and photos, I have a bunch of those I need to go through. So those are things I need to do at home. Here's my projects. So I want to donate a bunch of LPs, different things. My mother, I want to put some of her papers into cinch bindery. So different tasks. So I have to point out right now, and I'm going to pan over here, and I made a video several days ago about how I use almost all the papers in here are security paper from envelopes. And I love the variety, and I love the reusing, and I love, I just got a thing for this. So as you can see, throughout this book, I'm using security paper. So I want to write a bike ebook because I do a lot of biking, and I've got an idea for a book. I want to write a book. So that's in BUK for bucket list. So and then here, free means what do I want to do in my free time. So whenever you're in that zone where you want to actually kick back and do something you really want to do. So here is just an envelope, and that is, let's show an envelope. I just put the cinch binding along there. And I have this as paper, so this is my little repository of all my my papers. So I always have some of this paper to use for my to-do list. And then I keep a few in the done box, and here are some business cards. Here's our beer store, City Swiggers, if you're interested, New York City. And then this won't last very long like this, but I do have some scissors here. And let's just close her up. What I did some Mod Podge. I did, oops, and the edges here with just acrylic paint. The cover is Pendaflex material, which, as you can see, I painted and then I Mod Podged on a jelly plate print. And this heart I edged with just magic marker. Now let's close her up. And that's about it, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. I think that this design, I seriously think this design can be very fruitful for very busy people, because the little pieces of paper, you can sort them on the table. And oh, let me also note that the very first pocket is today. So what I can do is very quickly go through these and pull something out here, and I can put it in the Today folder. So, and then I can move it back and move it around. I never really worked very well with a journal because things were always changing so much, and that's what I liked about the Google Calendar, because you can move items around so much. You know, to me, writing something in a calendar was always, you know, precarious, because you know, things were always bound to change. And that is just the nature of my life anyway, that you kind of pencil things, you know, they say pencil it in, right? Well, I'm not into erasing. Anyway, well, thank you so much for watching. Please give the thumbs up and subscribe, please. Love to hear your comments. And again, this is Pamela from Craft and Commentary. Thank you for watching.